Hello there. It is way too early for me to be doing this stuff. It's not even that early, it's 9 AM, but it's a weekend, so therefore there's some leeway on that. Today the Supra is leaving, and I'm going to be talking to you as to why I've made this decision about a year after I've purchased this car, and maybe a little hint of what's next. It's been enjoyable, but it does have its limits, and of course I could modify. Oh, by the way, Mustang. But first, why am I getting rid of this? And you can join me as I prepare this. I've already vacuumed the inside a little bit. Not great because I'm lazy. I'd say the objective for today is to get this ready to leave. So this is my final drive in this car. That's it. It's the end. So there's a few reasons as to why I decided to do this. The main one, I don't really enjoy it that much. It just doesn't do it for me. I went from driving my RCF to this, and honestly, it is quicker. I think the outside is prettier. I just don't like how it drives. And I do want to give a massive thank you to today's video sponsor before I dive into the nitty-gritty of why I'm getting rid of this today. Big thanks to BOTB for sponsoring today's video. They're the dream car competition company, and they supported a bunch of my videos. They've already given away £35 million worth of prizes so far. This week there are 24 special vehicles. 4 of them are supercars that look very spicy, and 20 of the non-supercars come with 100 grand in the boot or trunk. America. I'd definitely go with the Huracan personally, but my heart lies with the RS6, the GTR, and the Civic Type R plus the 100k. Tickets out from £2.15 go up to £5, and the top prize is £280,000. You can always pay for cash instead, and you can also get an extra 20,000 if you add in a few more pence to your ticket. Supercar Super Cash Christmas Special is 1 week only. Get your tickets before December 20th, which is this Sunday, and that's it. Thanks to BOTB for sponsoring today's video. Links down below for everything you need to know. So I think someone that would enjoy this is probably an older guy. Older people would enjoy it more. You've probably seen, I've already figured out myself, a lot of YouTubers that purchased this car, got rid of it pretty quickly. It's a fast car. But if you look for fast in a car and nothing else, this is perfect. I love the look of Japanese cars. I like the look of this thing. I love it. I can't get enough of it. But the way it drives is just not for me. So if I liked how German cars drove and how Japanese cars looked, this would be the perfect vehicle. But for me, I like how Japanese cars look, and I like how Japanese cars drive. Don't get me wrong, I do like some European stuff. I've still got the BMW, and I've still got the Mini, because the Mini is very clearly European mobile, but there's a bit more character about it. The manual box helps, but even if this had a manual, I don't think it would be that fun to drive still. It's quite interesting. Well, why didn't you get the old Supra? Maybe you would have enjoyed it more. Yeah, I may have enjoyed it more, but I went for something new because I went from a new RC-ish, newish RC car to something else new. It just made sense to me at the time. I'm still very glad that I made the decision. I think it was the right decision at the time. I wanted to try something new, and I've now scratched that itch. I feel like I have learned more about cars driving this car, like about what I like, what makes my pickle happy. I've learned more about what I like in a car. It's taught me a lot. I will say, from experience of what I've driven, I would say the old 3 Series BMWs that I had, the E90 3 Series that I had, I would prefer that drive over this. I wouldn't buy that car again, and I wouldn't, at least not a non-M3, I wouldn't buy those again, or a 335i, but I don't know if I'd buy this again either. Even if it had a manual box, it just feels a little bit characterless. It goes fast, but it goes fast uneventfully. Does that make sense? There's no event to it. Well, why don't you tune it and get a bajillion torque, and then it'll be the funnest car ever? That's just not how it works for me. Here's a good one. My RS4. This has a bit more of joy in its drive. So if you've got an RS3, I imagine tenfold. This, if you go in for something Japanese next, this will delight you if you're bored of how boring your RS3 is. The effect of a new car, like, of course you're going to be like, oh my god, it's brand new, oh this is cool, exciting, but you don't learn about a car properly until you actually own it, which, again, I've owned this car for over a year, so it's done pretty well. I would say my shortest term was the Audi RS4. I think this is how people maybe felt about the GTR. Of course, the problem is a lot of people that complain about the GTR being, oh, it's new and it computer drives you and have probably never driven a GTR. I would argue, from my experience of driving the new R35 GTRs, this is more so. This is more clinical, more computer driven. You're asking, please Toyota Supra, do this, and it's like, do I have the traction to do so? Yes, the car has been taken to mostly standard. There's still a modified exhaust on it, so if you see one with a modified exhaust and you really want to pick it up, that's my car. You can pick it up. And as I said, it's going to be a while before I get my next car. My next car doesn't come in until April. It's a bit of a long time, but I think this is a good decision. It's going to be my last new car purchase. I think every other car at this point, other than like substantial new car purchase, I think everything else is going to be like little cars, unless something very much interests me and I become a millionaire overnight by this video blowing up and you hit the like. And maybe there's a slight chance that people will actually see this video and be like, oh, you know what? I agree with this man. I want to listen to what he says. I'm hitting that subscribe. I know the lighting's horrendous here, but if you're looking for something like a quiet daily driver that's also kind of sporty, dual personality sort of thing, like it's fast car, but also cruiser, stylish, beautiful, it's a good one. It's a good one. I would very much recommend it for that type of person. If you're over 60 and you're looking for a quick car, this is a good one. It'll keep you safe, it'll keep you sound, and you'll look very cool too. I still think this is the best, one of the best, if not the best looking car that's come out in a few years. This and the Corvette, beautiful. That would be a hard choice, but for me, of course, it wasn't, because the Corvette ain't the thing here. Don't you dare use your window spray. I just cleaned this car and it looks scrumptious. See, the problem with this car is some people buy cars for image, some people buy cars because they're fast, some people buy cars because they've got character, and this to me, like, it looks nice, and that's not enough for me. I think that's the ultimate thing, like, it's just not enough for me to look nice. You can be the sexiest lady in the land, but if you've got the personality of a sponge, then I have no interest in thee. If I could talk to my past self, would I have stirred myself away from it? No, I've learned, I've experienced, and that ultimately is what cars are all about. If you don't love it, of course, you can move on. Like, for example, my GTR is never going anywhere unless, I don't know, you'd have to offer a stupid amount, but essentially, it's taught me that where my heart lies, what is next, what I will avoid in a car in the future, just it's been a learning experience, but that's all it is. I'm gonna miss the whole two-seater sports car thing. That's one of the really cool selling points to me. Like, it's a cool two-seater, old but not new, old style new. The 400Z looks like crap. I hate the look of that thing. I think it looks horrendous. This has like the nice modernness, but it isn't going too modern. The 400Z is too modern. Of course, that looks like a concept car, so some people will love that, but I think it looks boxy and stupid, and I am blind! I think it would have been better if Lexus F Sport built the Supra. They got the whole team, or the GR team, to allow them to build their own engine. Like that would have been the ultimate Supra. Like, they could have smashed it out of the park. The GR Yaris, the amount of character and personality and like love that's in that car just makes it look like a more fun drive than this. And I hate double mini roundabouts. They are stupid. You actually going this way? Yeah, I'm taking that. Stupid double mini roundabouts. It's a nice smooth little car though. Especially a little town driving machine. You actually going this way? I'm gonna take it. Be picky with your cars. When we're in a world where everything is going to the point where they're like, you shouldn't be driving your dirty petrol, no. Be picky. Be as picky as you want, full stop. Like, don't settle. If you're in a position to pick and choose, pick and choose. Live your best life. I'm an influencer, lads. I'm finally saying stupid motivational stuff, but no. Just don't settle in anything. You know, it doesn't make sense. And there's I'm gonna show you guys that. There's a nice Focus RS there in the green. Very cool. Here it is. You ready for the beautifulness? Oh yes. Oh yes. Now that. I like that. That would have more character. Just cleaning everything out now. It's leaving, it's staying. I'm going back in this. So that's it. That's my Supra gone. Thanks for watching this video. I forgot to do an outro because I was like, it's a very busy day. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, peace.